Hey guys, it's Gary with a legal tip that pretty much just pisses me off today. And I think it's just time to start calling some of this crap out in the marketplace when you see it. But right now, there's builders out there that are doing everything they can to keep the real estate agent from being involved in the transaction, not allowing y'all to go to the walkthroughs, not allowing you to go to closing. And it's just absolutely wrong. I'm tired of how they treat real estate agents. You are a necessary part of this transaction to provide representation to the consumer. The consumer has the right to that representation. And for the builders to try to cut you out of this is utterly offensive. I mean, I just think it's very offensive. I can't stand it. But here's the one that's really got me upset now is that we have a builder out there that I understand is telling the agents, you can't come to closing. And the closing attorney goes along with this. And I don't understand how that's possible because the closing attorney represents that buyer as a client. And when you represent a client as a lawyer, you have a fiduciary duty to your client to do what is in the best interest of your client. So I ask you this, is it in the best interest of your client not to have their real estate agent representation with them at the closing to help walk them through the closing process, to make sure that everything is done properly, to make sure that the builder gives the proper documents as to the warranties and things of that nature? Absolutely. It's 100% in the client's best interest for the real estate agent to be involved. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know how any closing attorney can sit there and say it is not in their best interest of their client for their representation, their representative to be there with them. I think that is a breach of a fiduciary duty. So it's time to start standing up as real estate agents and say, no, I represent this client. You have a fiduciary duty to our mutual client to do what's in the best interest of our client. And if our client says, our mutual client says, they want their representation at the closing and it is in their best interest, then the closing attorney needs to do that and push back against these builders who are doing everything they can to cut the real estate agent out. And we know why they're wanting to cut the real estate agent out, because they don't want you noticing the things that aren't done properly to say, wait a minute, I represent this client. We're not doing this. This isn't how this is supposed to be done. It is trying to cut you out so that the real estate agent isn't there to oversee what's happening and that they don't have to do the things they're supposed to do. So real estate agents, stand up, fight back, and remember which ones of these builders are doing this stuff. These are the same builders that try to cut you out of commissions, refuse to pay you commissions when you brought clients to them. And now, as the market's turning, they're going to be begging you to come back to their property. They need to start acting right and allowing their clients as well, to have the representation that they deserve and that they need. End of story. Am I pissed about it? Yeah, I think you can tell I'm kind of pissed about it. I'm tired of it. It needs to be called out. So call it out, agents. All right. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I hope that got you going, and I'll see y'all next week.